Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got the reading habits tag for you. Alright, so I don't remember who did the original reading habits tag, but I will try to find the original and leave it linked down below. And I will also have all of the questions listed below if you guys want to do this tag. So let's dive in. So question 1 is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yes, I read on the couch at home all the time. I used to be able to read in bed, but now I read a lot before I go to bed, so that way it's not as distracting, because sometimes that could lead to, staying up all night when I didn't mean to. So definitely I read on the couch. Question 2 is a bookmark or a piece of paper. So I do actually have a whole video on like the bookmark that I use, and I will leave that linked up in the corner. But definitely I use bookmarks, and occasionally if for whatever reason I happen to misplace my bookmark, which has happened a couple of times over the years, I will end up using a piece of junk mail, receipts, just kind of whatever's around. Question 3 is, can you stop reading or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? This one, I can stop reading pretty much whenever. I have been known to stop in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of a page of a book, and just shove my bookmark in it and just walk away. I'm one of those weird people that can just stop on a dime when I'm reading. Question 4, do you eat or drink while reading? So I do drink a lot of tea while reading. I try not to eat while I'm reading because I don't like crumbs in my books. No thank you. Number 5 is multitasking, music or TV while you read. I actually really like both. Usually I have the TV on in the background while I'm reading, and I read during commercial breaks, and sometimes if the storyline on TV isn't something that I'm really 100% interested in, I'll be reading. Music used to be pretty good when I was reading, but it just kind of depends. Like, it has to kind of fit the mood of the book that I'm in, or I usually turn the music down a little bit lower so the lyrics don't quite catch me, and then that takes off from reading. But definitely I like to have noise when I'm reading. So question 6 is one book at a time or several at a time. Most of the time I can read just one book at a time. Sometimes if the book is really long, I like to break it up with a graphic novel. Sometimes I can do an ebook and a physical book, and sometimes a graphic novel all at the same time. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling and how I want to juggle things. So question 7 is reading at home or everywhere. So I tend to read everywhere, pretty much. I take a book with me always. So question 8 is reading out loud or reading in your head. So I don't like reading out loud. I just don't. So question 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? I do tend to read ahead. Like, I will skip around through the book to, make sure characters haven't died, or, maybe to kind of spoil the ending to make sure people are still alive, or, to see if things pick up anywhere. I have been known to skip a few pages in some books, mostly like YA contemporary high school setting books. Those I tend to skip around a lot. So question 10 is breaking the spine or keeping it like new. So this one for me, it depends on the type of book. So paperbacks, I'm willing to break the spines on my books, and I think I've talked about it in a couple of different videos. My trade paperbacks, I try not to do that because those are a lot nicer. Hardbacks, no. I mean, if they're like really old, you guys have seen my Aragon books, right? Those spines are pretty damaged and broken, but that's from years and years of reading and loving them and taking them pretty much everywhere. And finally, question 11, do you write in your books? No. I have kind of sort of a little tiny bit gotten into the highlighting, but I don't write notes in my books. I just kind of highlight the things that I really like, or if it's kind of important. In my Kindle, I have started kind of taking notes on books, but not like anything detailed, but definitely not in my physical books. All right, and that is it for the reader habit tag. If you guys want to do this tag, I will have all of the questions down in the description box. Are there any other things that you would like to know about my reading habits? Let me know down in the comments. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already and would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.